Hey, what is up guys? This is Pineapple. Welcome to the Academy. We're here today with the second episode in Darkest Dungeon 2. Now, last episode we completed the first act of the run. We learned about the Plague Doctor's gruesome past, and we made it to the inn safe and sound with enough light. After a moment of respite, we chose to venture to the Sluice, and this is where we continue our story today. Enjoy the video, leave a like and sub if you haven't, and I'm waiting to hear your thoughts on the game. Now let's see what lies ahead of us. We're venturing to the Sluice. I'm not even sure this is a proper pronunciation, but anyway. Yeah, I got some frame drops here. Not sure why. Alright, in this area we don't really have a map, and we don't really have an objective besides just gathering a lot of loot. So we either go for an academic study or a cultist encounter, which will reduce our loathing. Now everybody wants to go for the academic study. I would prefer to go reduce the loathing actually, but I am gonna let them down. So let's go ahead and this time pick whatever everyone prefers, just to keep them sane, and we can reduce the loathing next time. We never seem to make any progress. Well, let me disagree with that one. We're venturing through something that looks like a mine or a cave. It's probably a cave.
A place of research and inquiry.
Okay, I restarted the game and it's smooth as baby's butt now, so we're good to go. Not sure why this happens.
It is ours now.
We got a combat item that when thrown explodes in cosmic fire. Sounds pretty good. We wanted an offensive item here, so let's go ahead and equip at least one of them in one of our heroes to just check what it does. I'm not a big fan of googling stuff when playing. I would prefer to rather explore it myself, so we'll use one of those and see what it does. Oh, look how smooth it runs now. Yeah, I guess if you guys have lag issues with the game, just try restarting the game. Such a grim place though. I like the atmosphere. I like the atmosphere a lot in this game. Alright, we're up to the Warren. And it's a piggy, a big piggy. Let's have Dismas start the encounter. And it's probably friends with our man-at-arms. That's perfect. On to battle the Piggies. Alright, we're up against a big fella called Wilbur and a swine skulker. Let's get rid of the skulker first. I would assume they would also back down, but not really. Okay, let's see what can we do now. Stress isn't really worth it, so let's probably start building some plague on this guy, if he's not resistant to it. 20%. We can also test how much damage this does. Oh, 5 burn and 5 plague. That's actually blight, sorry. That's actually pretty good. A lot of damage. We'll ignore the stealth guy just until stealth goes away. Ooh, what a powerful roar. I don't really need any item uses for now. Oh, perfect. True teamwork indeed. Oh, we're flying, baby. Great, great, great. Going good so far. So, last time we were discussing about the changes between Darkest Dungeon 1 and 2, and I was really enjoying discussing about that, or rather talking about it. But you guys, please interact with the channel and what I'm saying, because I would love to bring you more discussions to this channel about the game design and everything. So keep the discussion going, leave your thoughts on the comments below so we can have an actual conversation rather than me sharing my thoughts on the game. Yeah, I was super happy to see another game come out. The only thing that I was not 100% happy with, and that's also something I'm wondering myself, is whether or not it's good for the studio to publish a game that is a bit too similar to the game they published before. So let me explain this a bit further. Red Hook Studios, they did release a wonderful game with Darkest Dungeon 1, and of course they moved on to another project. And they chose Darkest Dungeon 2, because why not? The first one was a success, people got to know the game, and they got to know the characters and the whole IP. So it does make sense to continue with the similar characters, or with the same universe at the very least. So that part I get, and I understand. What I don't really get though, is why would they go with a game where the actual playstyle, like the combat, is the same as it was before, right? And that's not something that I condone, that's not something I disagree with, it's just a question I want to pose to, well, the developers if they were listening, but also to you guys. So do share me your thoughts on that one. But I wonder, is it a good choice to build a similar game? Now, of course, the run structure is different. You now have a roguelike setup, which is really good. Oh wait, my characters are scrambled. Was that the case before? I didn't even pay attention to that. Let's go ahead and use that on this guy. It resists both hits, but that's not a problem. We'll go ahead and put ourselves in the front. Sorry, I need to play this game as well as talk next to it. But as I was saying, I was wondering if it's really a good option to create basically the same game. Now, if I was in the decision process of that, I would probably... I mean, I wonder, right? I wonder how exactly it went down internally in the studio. Why they took this decision. It would be really interesting to talk to them and figure out that part. Yeah, it has its ups and downs. People get to know the character, people get to know the lore of your game, which is great. They get to grow the universe and the IP, which is also great for investors. But on the other hand, you're not really delivering a new experience to the players. You're delivering a new run structure and a refresh on the previous game. The visuals are a lot better than before, like the animations are smooth. But the gameplay, again, is the same. The combat mechanics are the same. The ability system is the same. So I'm not really 100% sure this is the correct way to go. Also, from a player perspective, it is fun. It is fun to play, definitely. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun right now, even though everyone is having a meltdown. I mean, the Bonnet Arms, and he completely destroyed all of his relationships. I should have been paying attention a bit more rather than just chatting about the game. But anyway, we'll fix it, don't worry. Everything goes to hell, we'll fix it. But yeah, let me know what you think of it in the comments. Let me know what your opinion is on this matter. Would you play... If you've played Darkest Dungeon 1 before, would you play this one? Would you go into this game knowing it's pretty much the same concept? I mean, on the one hand, I do enjoy playing the same gameplay, right? Because on Darkest Dungeon 1, I played quite a few hours. I mean, the first campaign, to actually finish the campaign, like the 3 main quests on the Darkest Dungeon estate, took me like 200 hours and more. And that's because I was just grinding levels, I was just exploring the game. If you want to rush things, you definitely can. But it was the gameplay itself that was interesting. So from that perspective, yeah, I get it. It's the same game, people love it, so why not change it? On the other hand, you're making a complete new title, right? Shouldn't that be like a different game? Well, interesting topic, interesting food for thought. Let's see what we get next. I'm not really happy with the current situation, mainly because I ruined the relationship of these characters. and now no, no one agrees with one another. I mean, this guy, this girl, just makes us fight, while the other two are kind of agreeing. I would prefer to go with the two that agree with each other, just to make sure to improve the relationships. Let's also equip a combat item to Varys then. I've used both of these. I would rather... Yeah, let's equip them just in case we need them, but let's not use them if we don't have to. We got a bandage left. Some healing salves, which is good. I think you can equip 4 of those. Yeah, great. Save some inventory space. Okay, let's move on. Now we get some relics. Got enough baubles. And we get our next encounter. Hastened enemies. Okay, perfect. We got 5 rounds remaining. I also kind of like this round system. I mean, it's not really a complicated one, but you have 5 rounds for most of the encounters. The random encounters and most of the common ones. But you get unlimited rounds for bigger ones and for bosses and mini bosses and stuff. So I really like this. For the same argument we were making last time, that the game combat could drag for a long time with no real purpose behind it. I'm not against big fights, don't get me wrong, but they should be meaningful, right? There should be a reason why you want to have a big fight rather than the gameplay being slow. And in this case, I think it's a really good change that I did. But the fights now don't really drag longer than 5 rounds, unless it's a mini boss or a boss, which then in that case it does make sense to have the battle last for longer. Now let's focus a bit on making sure our heroes won't die.
Dragged back from the brink.
Perfect. They grew fond of each other. Yeah, saving each other's ass is a nice way to just to get a liking for each other. That's really good. Let's make sure our front man stays in the front. We got 3 more rounds to finish this, and I think we should be able to without any big problems. I mean, since we started our since we focused on the big guy, let's just finish the big guy first. We do more damage with a Wicked Slice. See, these two are going, yeah. They're really happy with each other's company, if you know what I mean. Every single time I play with these two. Alright, we can finish the big guy next turn, and then we should have more than a turn to finish the small guy. Even though the Grave Robber took a big hit there. Well, maybe it's a good time to use Absinthe, because I would rather not waste my turn healing with Plague Doctor. Probably because I have to stress heal them. Or rather, only one can be healed now. Okay, never mind. Let's crush them. I like the stress healing here. I didn't die from the riposte. I was kind of counting on that one, so it means we probably need to... Yeah, let's start working on the small guy. And maybe we can delay it by... Oh, actually not. It's the last round now. What a peculiar situation. I don't want to waste my big hits on this guy. Maybe he can die from a more minor hit, like a riposte, or do we still have... Yeah, we have two ripostes still left on the guy, so maybe... Yeah, let's see what this one attacks now. Of course. Now we can stress heal with the Plague Doctor, so we're gonna heal him first. So he can spend his turn healing. We're gonna Finish the big guy. I mean, I didn't really need the repos. They don't get to attack another turn. I could stress heal, which means I don't get a reward for the combat. So I would rather kill the enemy and get the reward. We can stress heal next time. We get an icebox. Got a mini fridge for the car, guys. I mean, you are going on a road trip. Mini fridge is a rather useful item. Yeah, let's get rid of some less useful items. What is this? What is this? Okay. I don't really need that. Let's see. Our relationships are kind of dwindling. Is that a good verb? But hey, we make it out of the sluice. That was like a short one, I would say. But hey, second act finished.
Soften your gaze. It is safe here.
Ah, we got the good doctor. Everybody heals. All right, time to improve the relationships between characters. So these two, I would definitely like to improve. Also stress heal. That's great. Again. Oh, didn't like that one. So let's see how well that went. Not so good. Alright, high chance of improving affinity. Perfect. Baristan. Poor guy, that didn't help. Let's have these two drink together. That worked. Perfect. Some stun resistance. I would give it on the Plague Doctor because I have a feeling that the next encounters are not going to be the easiest of the bunch. I will heal our characters. Get some food. There's plenty guys to go around, so don't be shy. Should be fine. Okay, one more. And we got some playing cards. Let's go, guys. Went kinda fine. Let's check again. It's pretty much the same as we started, but it's alright. Now, shall we use a few relics to buy some supplies? I think not, probably. I mean, I would like to get some stress healing items. Let's check our stagecoach. Increases the quality of food looted. What do we go for? We go for... Do we need it? We don't really need it. I'll just throw it away. I'm probably doing a mistake here, but you let me know. Alright, let's choose our route for next time. We got our healing ways or the booty. I mean, I'll probably go for the booty, guys. We will need to win at least 3 resistance encounters or avoid the watchtower. You know what? We gotta go for the booty. Perfect. I think it's a perfect time to end this video. We'll release these in episodes every time we visit the inn. It's gonna be a new episode or until we die. I got a few more topics to talk about in the next videos, so do hang out. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.